Alright, so creature is up. Let me see. Yeah, so Kestra, you're the only one to damage it so far. So it is going to
Oh no.
attempt to bite you.
Caster now.
No!
Oh yeah, Abe, you missed it. Kevin got spit on hard.
24 points damage.
It was a hard spit.
It was
And
a
now
hard
I'm
spit.
sticky
Hard
and
spit.
slippery.
And now I'm sticky.
Ow!
Kestra, you take 20 points of piercing damage as it
Jeez, oh
bites
man.
into you for almost max damage.
Came right at the right time, Abe.
Almost.
We really need Barnaby.
Barnaby.
Big time Barnaby. Does he have fire teeth?
Barnaby, you stood in front of me and you took a hit.
There's something. Yeah, that's escaping. Okay.
Something.
Here's my. Okay, that's critically. Okay, just kidding. All right, so I just take damage. Yay.
Yep. Okay, take the damage and then also roll a fortitude save.
Oh,
You
I
can
see.
either
Yep, that's
roll it or
right.
click it in the chat.
Roll 2.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, so you feel, as it bites into you, you feel this kind of like burning sensation in your veins as some sort of venom starts to seep into you, and you are now clumsy 1.
That only affects like dexterity stuff though, so.
Yeah, only dexterity.
Dexterity-based checks. All my acrobatics, including
You don't
AC,
use any of that.
reflex save it, yep, and skill checks and acrobatics.
Probably fine.
It's fine. It's good. It's great. I'm done.
Okay, so that was 1 action for the creature. It was a move speed of what? 25? Okay. So it's going to scramble backwards here with its second action.
Scramble.
And
Scramble boy.
third
Good old
action,
Scramble Boy.
It like kind of like scratches its legs and shoots these like little like hairy thorns at you.
Ah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Hairy thorns.
Some like leg hairs.
Jesus. The hell did I
Gabby.
come into?
Spider time.
For
Spider
11
crab.
points of piercing damage.
We're not going to make it to level up at this rate, guys.
Nope.
All right, Dustus, you're
So
up.
close.
Ow. I would like to. Should I just do my sword? Going in.
Pitter patter.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Folks. Stride. I shall strike at it. Alright, Rachel, I've rolled so many natural 20s in the last 2 sessions. Today's my day. Watch this.
Oh, almost. That's
All right.
Wah, wah. All right.
Plus 3.
I think. Oh yeah, it auto added the damage. Okay. So you dealt 9 points, but it took additional fire damage.
Wow.
Kind of like a little bit of like cinder on your sword bursts into flame, hitting this creature, and then it also takes the extra 3 points of exploit vulnerability.
Personal into pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, personal pieces. Okay. Yep.
Sweet. That was my second action. Third action. Oh, this thing's big. Or it's not big, but it's beefy. It has a +9 to its will.
Will me, Riggs. Will me.
I think I'm just gonna try to strike it again and get some damage on it.
Okay.
Strike.
I hit it with the 23. Yeah, we'll try it. Might get lucky. Oh! Alright, that is me.
Okay. Cassim, you're up.
Here.
I thought you were gonna run away. And I'm over here.
Thinking about it. Move here. I'm gonna try to flame them again.
Okay.
Flame on.
Flame out,
Here you go.
flame out.
Bang. That's
So-
for me.
Okay. Kevin, you're up.
Hmm. Oh, okay. If I step out.
That's just lovely.
Nice. I don't know if that's gonna be.
Uh-oh. What's that
I don't
about?
like that.
Chris was considering you were taking too long, Claire. He's
I
gonna
was-
start rolling.
I'm hearing the music come in. I'm moving. Okay, Kevin's gonna step out. If I step out 5 feet, am I able to
There we go.
see him then?
Yeah, if you do a 5-foot step from here, yeah, you'll have line of sight to him.
Okay. So I'm gonna step out this way. Yeah. Just a little bit.
That's gonna
And then-
be 50 feet to the creature if that matters.
Perfect. Because I can do days again at 60. I'm gonna try it again.
I love it's called Who's the Boss?
I've got range. Yes!
Alright,
Fail!
there we go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Take
brain.
4.
Things are
I like
happening.
That. I like that brain damage.
So like kind of like screeches and chitters and like its front legs kind of like scratch at its head as like you mentally assault it with your dazing.
Yeah, that's it. That's me.
Okay.
Good one.
Elderberry, you kind of like dozed off for a second, and now you're back in the action.
Oh my god, there's a spider.
Yes, we've been fighting it for quite a while now.
Why did you wake me up? There was some. We won't talk about that now. Who is really hurt?
Who is who?
I was gonna say Rachel or Kestra and Kevin got hit pretty hard.
Alright, so
So
Kevin's
far.
back, so
Okay, I'm in it to win it, guys.
and I'm gonna actually I think you're close enough I can just heal you in battle. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so Elderberry's gonna run over here. I said I'm gonna run over here! And then I'm gonna use
Battle medicine.
on Kestra.
What's up?
And I'm going to
Treat your wounds.
I'm doing it. I'm sorry.
Going for the big one.
Fuck.
That's not kind of night for rules.
I would like to hero point that.
Okay.
That's the hero point.
I need more dice to roll. That's a good sign. Yeah.
There we
Okay,
go.
you get 24 hit points back.
Thank you. Just pick yourself up. You're gonna be great. Get in there, Barnaby.
And Barnaby's going to use his entire actions to he can move 25 feet. So I'm gonna move him. I'm gonna move him like here.
Okay.
I'm trying to like get behind him.
All right.
That is. Yep, that's all I got.
Okay, Kester, you're up.
What up? Get over here. Link this friend.
Oh wait, he's a friend.
I still have panache.
Ooh, that's gonna be a hit. Nice. All right, 11 points of damage as you like make multiple slashes into this creature with your star knife. Screeches out. It looks like it's accumulated quite a bit of damage at this point.
Okay. going to attack again. I'm going to do my finisher.
Kick his ass, sea bass.
Wasn't that your finisher?
No, it was regular.
What's the 2d6 precision?
She's so precise.
I had finisher toggled. I didn't untoggle it.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
I forgot that I untoggle it. So, okay, we'll say that I did my finisher. My panache is gone, and my finisher was used. And I'm gonna. Boop, boop, boop.
Wait, what?
Find out.
Got healed!
Oh, shoot. Are you damaged?
I'm so damaged!
All right.
It's fine. You do you.
Okay, so my third action I can't attack because I do my finisher. Could I aid?
You can still attack. You'll take the you'll have the penalty to a hit, but you can still do an attack.
Okay.
Or you have a flourish or something. There's some kind of tag on your finisher, right?
Yeah, the finisher's supposed to be if I use it, like I can't attack afterward.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the last attack. Yeah, you could do some sort of aid action to like distract the creature to help justice.
Alright, I'll juggle my star knives to distract.
Okay. Let me see. What skill do you want to use for? I guess performance, probably.
Performance.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Roll performance check.
Oh, but I'm clumsy.
Wah, wah.
You'll get to re-roll that at the end of your turn. Make another save.
Oh, but I've got my virtuosic performer, so that's. Oh no, I'm clumsy.
Not today.
I just dropped my star knives on the ground.
You can catch your star knives. You can still have them, but yeah,
Okay.
you did not sufficiently
Was not
distract the
impressive.
creature. And then go ahead. I'll link it again. Go ahead and roll another fortitude.
No.
Would not paralyze, immobilize, or slow me. This is different.
Actually, this is
Okay.
going to be a slowing effect.
Ooh.
You
I
succeeded
get a bonus.
anyway.
Alright.
So the effect of the venom wears off, and you are no longer clumsy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, so the creature is up again, and let's see, Tusker, you damage the cutting damage there. Tusker, you've been putting in some work on this creature, so it's
That's not true.
Uh-oh. I think I rolled that. Did I roll that? I didn't
oh,
mean to.
that's gonna be a miss. Alright. Yeah, it's gonna back up once again. Get out of
Little bastard.
It's not intelligent, but it knows flanking enough. It's gonna get out of there, and it's gonna try to shoot its quills at you. It's like hairs. And miss.
Yeah. Ha
Hey, Justice, you're up.
It's coming up us.
Mm-hmm. Oh, baby. I love your way.
Every day.
Every day. No. I don't think we should let it get away, folks. Run up. Stride as an action.
Okay.
As I'm striding, I forgot there's things I can do. I'm going to attempt to use intimidating glare. Try to demoralize it as an action.
Okay.
So I have intimidating glare, so I don't have to speak its language. I don't take the -4 anymore for intimidation. So intimidation versus its will. Why didn't I think of this before?
Wah, wah.
Oh yeah. Alright. That's gonna beat its will DC, so it is frightened 1.
Excellent.
Nice.
So it's frightened until it'll go down.
At the end of its next turn.
Yeah, so everyone's going to get a full round of it being frightened. So my third action, I shall strike it So all of its defenses are lowered by 1, which is hopefully helpful. I'm gonna strike it.
Its attacks are lowered also. Basically,
Have at thee, fiend. Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, that's gonna be a hit.
Woo-hoo.
Max damage. Okay, so
Maximum damage.
Ooh.
yeah. All right. How do you want to finish off this beastie?
Woo! So I run at it. You're like, go on, get! Swing my sword to scare it a little bit, and as it reels back, he's just gonna run straight forward and stick this flaming sword straight down its head.
Nice.
Got him.
Go on, get!
You're not welcome here no more.
All right. So this creature, like some flames erupt out of its face, and it screeches in a death screech, and then silence falls.
Now, with my recall knowledge before, Chris, would I have like understood what was that a beast? Was that an animal of some kind? Do I understand what type of creature that might have been?
Yeah, it is an aberration, so it is not a natural beast.
Interesting.
Well, ain't nothing natural about that one. You know, start trying to get some of like the oily goo off of myself.
Yeah, you can. It lasts for a minute, so you can kind of like easily clean. It like starts drying up. After like 60 seconds, you can kind of fluff it off of yourself.
I'll nudge it with my foot. Where did it come from?
You guys remember after you defeated the zombies and skeletons, there was kind of like another like beam of the bluish light from Gauntlight swept over you. And as it kind of like temporarily blinded you, the creature seemed to materialize behind you.
Still see the lighthouse in the distance, and it's still like doing light stuff.
No, actually, the lighthouse is now dark.
Huh.
And let's not forget about XP. You guys can get 100 XP
Whoop, whoop.
for completing the graveyard encounter.
200 XP, awesome.
What are we at for XP?
900.
900.
Are you guys really? Wow.
Yep. So close. Kestra, I've accumulated a veritable arsenal of weaponry. Yes, he starts laying some things on the ground. I have an extra hatchet. Would you like a hatchet? They're good for throwing. Not quite as far as I think as you can throw your star knives, but
I am currently down a star knife, but I haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, you do have a +1 star knife at the blacksmith.
Does anyone want this warhammer that I borrowed?
oh, Kevin was using it.
I mean, I found it, but I've been really enjoying this Morning Star. And he swings it around.
No one wants this warhammer for their use, and I will take it and get my other star knife upgraded.
Well, I don't want it.
So right now, I have 2 hatchets, a hammer, a dagger, a crossbow, and my sword. I feel like I probably don't need both of those hatchets. Would you like a hatchet?
No, I don't think I need a hatchet. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a hatchet to throw.
Sure.
Sure, I'll take a hatchet. Chuck.
It's just a regular old hatchet. I mean, they're pretty nice. They're it's like a D6. It's an agile weapon. It's only a 10-foot throw range, so.
Alright.
But I mean, it's an extra disposable weapon.
Right.
And if you guys have extra stuff you don't want to carry around, you can always sell or throw it in your party stash.
I thought about giving you my hammer, but honestly, I'd probably use that hammer the most out of any of my weapons. Hammer and the sword are my go-tos. Cool.
So as you guys kind of defeat this creature, the entire guards rush in, and they're also followed by Wooden. So like one of the guards comes up to you and he goes, "Oh, you did it! I can't believe it! Ah, the creature was so scary. You guys are heroes."
Chasm will kind of nudge Kevin forward.
Yes, we are.
And then Rin kind of comes up to you and she goes, "Oh, that was very impressive. The short work you made of that thing. And it seems like the threat of the Gauntlight has at least passed for now. It seems to have gone inactive."
Yes, it has.
So we did it. I mean, of course we did it.
Has this happened in town before?
No, never. Nothing like this. This is... Wow. I didn't know the Gauntlet had such powers.
Oh, that Gauntlight seems to have many a secret hidden beneath in its dark, creepy basement.
You've learned about a tanker. Oh, yeah. Something ghouls are worshipping. Followers are trying to bring back Cobra.
I didn't even know she was still around. Can she be brought back?
Anything's possible if you just care enough.
They seem very passionate.
Indeed.
There are many an effigy in that tomb, and Kevin pulls out the tiny effigies, the little flesh pile ones that he found, such as these.
May I see that, please?
Yeah, here you go. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. I mean, I have 4.
And as much as I hate to say it, Red, while the Gauntlight may seem inactive, don't feel like we've found this source or the root of the problem. So it may be more of an inactive for now, which is still good. It's still good.
Yes, we'll have to hope that it may take some time for it to recharge its power, but if what you say is true, yes, it may not be permanently disabled.
Okora was an elf, right?
She was, as far as I know, she was a female.
Oh, okay.
Terrible, cruel woman, but human nonetheless. You should, it is late, but you should report to the mayor. He'll want to know what's going on. He's been speaking with the captain, Captain Longson, captain of the guard, trying to keep these creatures out of the town proper. He'll probably want to hear an update.
Chris, I'm gonna scan over the guards folk that I've gathered here.
Okay.
Justice doesn't know much about Otari, but just from looking over these guards, do they look like they're like guarding is their profession, or are they more like a citizens militia kind of deal?
Yeah, it is. There's these particular guards look kind of more, yeah, like a citizen militia. Chasm, since you're a resident of the town, you would know that there's Captain Longsaddle, who's the captain of the guard, and that's like his permanent job. And there's maybe a handful of other guards who do guard work as their full-time duty, but most of the guard is on a militia basis.
Is Longsaddle the guy with the big deck?
Yeah, he is the one and the same.
Wah, wah.
Gotcha.
Smashed
And who-
his nose on it.
Who's the leader of the Thieves Guild again?
Yin Yasmer.
Yin Yasmer, okay.
That's her name.
That's a name. There's a lot of good names in this town.
Yeah. Yin Yasmer.
Alright.
Yinya.
Well,
Call her Yinya.
Yinya.
We didn't actually finish the lighthouse, right? Let's go back. Okay.
No, we finished it. Good stuff.
So
Where's everybody?
we went to the first basement and found like the circular room under it that had the purple worm, which you saw. But then we went to the next floor under it. We went back to that hallway that had like the glowing lights where we suspected was the next like message room, and we did get a message in there, but it led us into like a few ghoul fights, so we sort of lost the light.
Okay.
But eventually found in the second basement the circular room, which was like where the ghouls had like set up a shrine to some anchor.
I think we can safely say that the Gauntlight is powered by corpses.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what
But
that's what
I
it's
did
pointing
not
to.
think we were done.
Kevin goes,
No.
"What? You assume that it's powered by corpses?"
Well, I mean, we had a big old purple worm corpse, and then a whole shrine made of corpses. They were
When were you
gathering
going
flesh.
to inform me?
I thought it was common knowledge. I figured that's what the direction we were all going.
Maybe we should disrupt the bodies.
Now I think of it, though, you were surprisingly cool about that. If it was the direction we were all thinking, should have been a hint.
Honestly, I hadn't thought of that myself, so maybe it's just the direction you were thinking.
I should probably talk out loud with more of my thoughts. Sorry about that, everybody.
Detective Chasm, on the case. Don't you worry, Ren. We are going to solve this.
Well, we just need to make sure that they don't get hold of any more corpses, and then
And they're
we'll be fine.
taking manpower to a whole new level.
I have faith in you. You all have certainly proved yourself to be quite capable so far, and you've survived at least 2 or 3 levels of that terrible tower. I saw your work.
Now, it really is fascinating. The ecosystem that has evolved down there. There's factions upon factions of different kinds of beings. There's a fae of some kind. Mithlets, is that right? Mithlets?
Yes,
Yes, they seem to be occupying the upper there. They have some sort of a mortal hatred. Underground fae, Morlocks, white-eyed, bug-eyed things. We haven't touched them much, although they did attack Elderberry. And then, beyond
That was a miscommunication.
perhaps it was. However, they didn't seem none too friendly about the rest of us either. But irregardless, even lower, there is a society of ghouls who seem to be following the teachings of this canker and are trying to bring about the second coming of Belcora. The aforementioned Belcora, of course, you know, the necromancer who did all kinds of nasty things in this place.
Yes, of course.
Kevin spits on the ground.
I was just excited to see what other kinds of people we're going to find out here. All kinds of folks underneath this lighthouse.
Well, I suppose it makes some sort of sense. Perhaps, these creatures were either here naturally, or Belcora lured them in, or had hired them, or something. And without whatever, either as a natural state or without some kind of unifying force, they must have broken apart into these factions, as you said.
Also, there was a weird guy on a boat.
He just wants to kill werewolves.
Real
A
strange.
guy in a boat? boat, you say?
Down here.
Yes. Oh no, not that guy. That guy was also weird, but that's not the guy I was referring to.
There were
Man.
2 weird guys.
Two weird guys, 2 boats.
The
Two-
fisherman.
No, wait, I don't think the other guy was in a boat, but he was a weird guy, and we were in a boat, so maybe that counts.
The
Does
fisherman.
that make us 3 weird guys in boats?
3 weird guys in a boat. The fisherman is who I was referring to. Yes.
Ferryman? Fisherman? What was he called?
Oh, there's like
I-
local legends about, or there
Don't
weren't.
know.
Well,
No.
that's what I was going to say. Ren, you know of all the legends of people disappearing in the swamps.
Well,
Have you ever
I've
heard of a
anybody
strange man
hanging out
standing in a boat, asking you to come over here?
anyone hanging out in the
Kids.
swamp near the Gauntlight must be a weird person. I can't imagine anyone who'd go there willingly.
Right? Were you just standing there in the boat, telling us to come over? How do
Creature in the boat, you say? Well, I could perhaps attempt a reading, but
Ooh,
we'll
right
have
here?
we'll have to try it tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
After my trip into those dungeons, I feel a little drained, quite honestly.
You and me both.
He called himself the fisherman.
Did he call himself the fisherman?
Yeah, I was scanning
I
my
wasn't sure if
notes.
he called himself that, or we called him that.
No, I think he did.
We talked to him. Did he say something to us?
He said very little, but he did say a couple things.
Yeah, like come over here and I'm gonna eat you.
I can't be in my boat.
He just said, "Oh." But when we asked him what he was, because I have in quotes fisherman.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure he did say fisherman.
Yep, yeah, he did call himself the fisherman.
He's the fisher of men.
He's fishing for man flesh.
Maybe not.
So, it seems that the town is safe for now. Perhaps we can retire for the evening and talk to the mayor in the morning.
I need to write some of this down. So much is happening. We haven't had a moment to pause. My brain is buzzing.
I feel a rest would be good.
The guard who's kind of like in front of the other 3, he says, well, of course, yes, you all did a great job in dispatching this beast. I will let the mayor know that the town is safe, and she can expect a meeting with you in the morning.
Good man.
Kevin
The
is
guard is
gonna
like
steal.
still like, even though the threat has ended, the guard still has like, he's visible, like adrenaline shakes. His hand on his weapon is kind of like, twitching a little bit.
Quite scary.
All right, so I will activate the Otari scene.
Everyone's welcome to take 8 health.
Hells
I
yeah.
took 6.
Did you need 6?
I
all I
will
need.
only take 6.
I have
all I
days
need.
left over too.
Yeah, use that rollover
That's how
health.
that works.
Give him the Dustus.
It's like any healing you don't use by the end of the month rolls over to next month.
Just pass it on. Pay it forward.
All right, where are we staying again? The Rowdy Rockfish?
Rowdy
Yeah.
Rockfish.
That's it.
It's the nice place.
That's right.
Nice place.
Where the cool people hang out.
While we're walking there, I'm gonna check in with Elderberry while we're walking back to the Rockfish. Hey there, friend. How you doing?
That's elderberry, but it's okay if you forgot. I know your name is Dustus.
Why would you think I forgot your name?
Well, you kind of hesitate a little bit, and it's okay. I mean, elderberry Cornelius. It's a mouthful. It's okay.
Oh, just suppose a well-known tick I have to pause between words. It's a little uncomfortable now that you pointed it out. Well, I was just coming to see how you were doing, that's all.
I mean, I think I have a bunion on my foot, and all this walking around is kind of aggravating it. But the night air, and I picked a couple of flowers back at that graveyard while y'all were talking about who knows what. But I think this is what do they call this, baby's breath. I thought it was weird. It was in a cemetery, but I'm doing just great. That spider came out of that light though. That was pretty messed up.
A little concerned about that myself.
Uh-huh. We should probably do something about it. Do you remember when we went to that lighthouse? I feel like there might be something with the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. What if it's the worm, the purple worm?
We could kill it. I think it's already dead though.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big battery. I'm telling you. Big old worm battery.
It definitely is a little concerning though. I will be honest with you on that.
All right, so you guys make your way back towards the Rowdy Rockfish, and you can either hang out in the common room or retire to your individual rooms as you choose.
Like super late, right?
Yeah, it's not like super late, but it's
Okay.
probably it's getting close to like maybe I don't know 10 o'clock ish.
Jesus.
How's everyone else doing? Anyone need a little healing before bed? You know, make a little tea, heal it up.
I'm fine. How are you, Elderberry?
Yeah, I'm great.
Why is everyone asking?
Just, you see, nah, it's
Look,
fine. It's all
Do I
fine.
look irritated? I was really happy with these flowers. Does anyone have a vase? And I'm gonna pour out whoever's drink is close by, and I'm just
Hey!
gonna put a vase in there. That'll do better. We'll make a little water later.
You owe me 2 silver.
Well, here you go, and I hand you the flowers. That makes us even.
I am a bit damaged still, just a little bit.
Like a scotch? Would you measure it in a scotch?
Yeah, just a scotch.
Who
Scotch
does
is
that
great
anyway?
word
That's
for it.
weird.
Is that a
Scotch
metric
of healing.
scotch or an imperial scotch?
Well, you can have 18 scotches of healing.
Amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you helping me.
Oh well, see, that's great. Anyone else? Because I'm feeling tip top. I took a rest during that fight.
I am also Scotch.
Oh, okay. Well, here's
Right.
here's your scotch. Oh, look at that scotch. Not as good as the other one.
Scotch.
That'll do. Thank you, friend.
Yeah, well, you're
Elderberry.
You're welcome. See, thank you. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna raise my glass full of flowers to a successful adventure.
Oh, don't eat those.
You keep
I'm not
talking
going to-
about it, but, like it's over.
Well, this
Are we
part is
parting
at
ways?
least.
Oh, okay.
I almost died.
Listen, we were contracted to do a service, and we did it, so we should get paid for it. We deserve it. I'm not saying that that's all we'll do for this town, but
Oh no.
We
But we didn't
There's beer
we-
everywhere.
fully vanquish the evil.
Well, I did pour it on the ground.
we might as well enjoy our spoils and recover before we dive deeper into this mystery, I think.
But well, we are going back, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, I got a little concerned. I thought we were all breaking up. The band was breaking up. We came up with a name and everything, and then
Did
it's
we
fine.
Did we come up
Was
with
it?
I didn't even think we voted on a leader.
Well, I thought you came
We-
up with a name, and then we just assumed that was it.
When that Vic guy left, he said I was in charge.
Yeah, I've been running under the assumption that Kestra has been running this show since the beginning.
Oh
That's
shit! I
true.
told Barnaby he was in charge. I'm not gonna tell him.
But was Vic in charge in the first place? This is all very confusing.
He was
I
very
think we should draw
persuading.
flowers.
Chasm.
was.
He was very persuading.
He was a charismatic individual, that is for sure.
It's true.
Do you think that
Wait,
saddle...
Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
You, Cassie, you are a charismatic individual.
Pish posh. I'm
See?
just
That right there.
I'm just a good old boy from Atari, and that's it.
Good old boy?
Well, I'm an alright old boy.
No, I just mean
So
that's
this
criminals
long saddle,
call themselves.
and Dustus, you weren't there for this, but our former fellow may have decked this man in the face. And we will be reporting our success to him. What are the chances that he'll remember that? And that we were maybe slightly associated with him? I'll just say it. Vic was a friend. But he did have a tendency to punch people.
Whoa. Vic was a friend. He was persuasive and engaging and charismatic. As we all are.
true.
Kevin meet the same pick that
He
I
is
did?
no longer part of the crew.
Anyhow, there might be a little bit of damage to repair there, so just be aware.
So this long saddle is a power a good person to have as an ally. This is a person we want to associate ourselves with.
Yeah, he's kind of in charge of the militia and the guards. He's the sheriff, Chris, is that right? Or no?
Yeah, I guess you could think of him as a
The
sheriff.
sheriff.
And we support and respect him.
Oh no, he's a douchebag. That's why they punched him.
He's a bit
Oh,
long in the saddle, if
that's-
you know what they
that's
mean.
funny.
I do not know.
Nah.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's hard to get into.
we respect authority and we respect needing to work well with authority, but we don't have to respect the person in the position of authority.
What?
You respect the position, but not the person.
Unless the person garners respect.
Corinne, how do you feel about this long saddle?
Oh, whoops.
She even here.
I was gonna say, did we invite her back?
Oh, shoot, did she already leave? I'm sorry, I spilled
This
my
is why I don't speak my mind.
my beer on the way back to the table, so I'm not sure.
Anyhow,
In fact, I need to get my beer.
some decorum may be needed tomorrow when we have our meeting. That's the only point I was trying to make. Took a long time getting there. Sorry.
I have a point, and I'm gonna stand up, so I'm about an inch higher than what I'm seated. Seated.
Yeah.
So I've been thinking. I could heal more, or I could slow time. Think
Oh.
about that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I am
And I
thinking about
sit
that. It makes my
back
brain hurt.
You could heal more, or you could slow time?
Yeah, just think about it. Anyone else
Like-
need healing? I don't want to go to
Elderberry.
bed wounded.
Elderberry, I don't
What?
need to think about it. You need to think about it.
Oh my god.
I trust your decision, whatever you think is
Does
best.
anyone have a coin?
More importantly, what do you think serves your own soul? You know?
Well, I've just been here for the ride. It's been really great. But you know what? You guys keep getting hurt a lot, and it scares me.
But you know what? You're not alone. In fact, I know a little bit of medicine myself. I am not nearly as well trained as you are. But if I get myself a medicine kit, I can help out.
Uh-huh. And I just stare at you.
Stay in your lane, Dustus. Stay in your lane.
What? I'm just saying, if that's something that you're tired of doing,
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say I'm tired of it. It's fine. And I stand up and I walk away.
all right.
Dustus, I think the little guy, I think that's his thing.
Sure.
And listen, you've got a lot of things. You've got a lot of great things, but
And I come back.
you know,
Yeah, I don't have a book. You don't see me asking about books now, do you? No.
and I
don't
know
think so.
I know that's not what you meant. You weren't trying to intercede. You were just offering a hand. I get that. But he can be a little touchy about things.
I'm right here. Don't look over me. I'm
I'm going to
listening.
try to administer medicine to Elderberry.
That's not good enough. You need a 15. Everyone knows that.
Oh, well. Shoot. I
Or a
guess
20.
I guess I'm not the party healer. After all, I really wish I could have been.
I'm going to
Darn.
attempt to heal.
Well, I tried to take your job, but I guess I can't.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Does
That's
anyone
how you
need
do it.
healing? 'Cause that's a really good heal.
Even if not, it was a great example bandaging.
I only need 4. Does anybody need more than 4?
Oh, take it.
Wow.
It's
And-
yours.
Nice.
while he's chiding you, Dustus, he's wrapping Kevin's arm like intricately.
I'm all out of gas. Maybe used too much for that.
That's
No, this,
quite well done.
this is good. My soul feels rejuvenated.
Well, good. Can't
I
read
have to
that
say
book.
though, Dustus, the whole thing with calling out the weakness of the enemies, that's fantastic. I mean, it's clutch, really.
Great. I'm glad. And honestly, anyone could do it, and I wouldn't mind.
But You're the one that does it, and you do it well. Again, stay in your own lane.
I mean, I think we're all multi-talented people. I know a lot. I know a little about a lot of things, but I don't know nearly as much about like specific religious instances or specific arcane instances or nature or any of those things. Sure, I know a lot about monsters and I can help out there. But frankly, if someone sees something specifically pertaining to religion, anyone could look at that and
And that's why this works. That's why we work.
sure.
My arcane knowledge is comparable, if not a little bit better, than Elderberry's nature.
I feel like you're pushing it there.
And obviously, we have Kevin with a broad religious understanding of a single deity, but she can branch out a little bit.
I also
He
do
can branch out a little
tattoos.
bit. And he also does tattoos. And
Well-
Kestra, she does that thing with the flipping and the throwing. I can't do that.
Mhm.
It just works. I'm just saying. This is great.
And that's why you're the leader of the Undead Doers.
Is
I
that
also have
what?
great stand up routine.
What?
So we did. Did we? I mean, that's not bad.
I mean, you said it. I mean, I'm just, you know,
Call it cleanup crew.
Yep. I like.
I'm just saying.
I like all those.
Ned!
She'll have another, please.
Slams my ale down on the counter and it just splashes up in a waterfall. Everyone gets a little sticky.
Ugh.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, that's,
Sorry.
I already have beer all over my hands from smoking at the bar. Not a problem.
Well,
So the lighthouse tomorrow, right?
well, hold on. Like I said, let us collect our spoils that are well earned. Take a little breather.
Wait, how many days has it been? Is Barnaby's
3.
armor done? It's
Oh
paid
yeah.
for.
No, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think it's
I
only
think
been
it's
one
one day.
day, right?
One really long day.
Woke
Yeah,
up in
it's
the
been a really
rain
long
and
day.
then woke up in the spider room. That's 2 days.
I think my star knife is done.
We took a nap in the spider room though. We didn't
no.
sleep there the night, did we?
Woke up.
Uh,
Woke up.
yeah, I think you guys did sleep in the spider room.
Otherwise, I would not have been able to heal Dustus. That's why I
That's-
started doing my 24-hour thing.
Yeah, you spent at least
One day.
one rest in the dungeon.
So
Nice.
tomorrow we could pick up his armor.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
See?
I gotta go right to bed.
you can get the barding and the star knife.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we have a meeting in the morning first.
No, he'll look so much better at barding. He's gotta wear his
All right.
best.
I'm retiring as well.
Like from
For the
everything?
evening. No, not from
Oh,
not
okay.
from adventuring. I just said this
Go out on
works.
top.
We're gonna do this.
Go out on top.
Okay.
All right. Rachel, since you weren't here last week, send me a private message on Discord. What is something that your character desires? What is something that Casper desires?
Oh,
No pressure.
No pressure.
All of ours were good. We
And-
talked about it.
Bear with me as you guys all drift off to sleep. You're each going to experience at least one dream. So I'm
Woo!
going to send these out.
Oh yeah.
Can we press the rest for the night button?
Yes.
Good. I have spells to
Alright.
pick.
Yep. And you guys can repick your spells.
Wait,
If
where's
you
the
like.
rest? Oh, there's a bed. There's a bed. I clicked it.
It's a bed with the person in it.
Bed with the person. Bed with the person. Yes, do it. Claire, full disclosure. Yep. I'm just only taking one heal because I've been using medic. So you're
Yeah.
the range healer still. Unless you don't want to be. I'm packing a heal spell at all times.
One's recharged.
Can
baby.
so healing is a first level spell. Am I able to take that in a higher level spell slot?
I
Yes, you
think.
can.
Doesn't it have to be level 3 first though, or something?
No.
Like it staggers, like I can get it at first level spell slot and third level spell slot, but
I
not
think
second.
The amount of healing
It just
or
doesn't get any more
damage-
powerful
it
until
doesn't
the
get more powerful. You could just have an extra.
Yeah, you could cast
Slot
it at a
on it,
higher
basically.
one because
When does it get heightened?
there are two, so you can have one and I'll have the other.
Okay.
That's a great
Okay,
question.
so it doesn't get heightened until it's a first level spell, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't get heightened till. So would it get heightened at a second level?
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, I still don't get it.
I don't get the height. Forget I tried to
Honestly,
help at
it says
all.
I don't
plus
even
1.
want it to be
Oh,
like.
so maybe
I don't.
heal is this next level.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
just
feel
looking
like
to
you could
like
cast it as a level 2.
fill my second level spell slots because I don't have a ton that I feel like are applicable at second level for what we're doing right now.
That should be fine.
So the way I read that, heighten +1 means for every level above the base level,
Yeah,
for every +1 level it goes up by another D8.
that's what I get.
So like
So
if you prepare it as a second level, it goes up by another 1d8.
yeah,
So can I drag and drop it into? Do I just have to delete these? Yes.
I
Yeah,
think you
you
can
just
just.
delete them.
Yeah.
So can I
and
drag
think
and
you can
drop
just
it in
drag
the
and drop
second?
it. Yep, I think you can.
What? Okay, sweet.
Do your free heals also like auto heighten? The free heals you get for cleric, or are they always at level 1?
Nope. Yeah, it's at second level because it's under my divine innate spells, and it says second level heal.
That's awesome.
So does that automatically adjust, or do I have to like manually add anything?
I don't know. Maybe.
Before
I'm
everyone left,
cast spells.
I became a tree and then faded back because I could have become a tree at any point yesterday.
Okay.
I
What kind of
always
tree?
What kind of tree, Abe?
like a willow.
Oh,
But it doesn't have the
I
top
knew
part.
it.
It's just like
I knew it.
Claire,
it's my spirit tree.
If you cast heal under your second level spell, if you hit that cast button, does it automatically heighten it?
Cast it up.
Let me do some. Let me try.
Yeah.
Mm,
And then roll your thing.
2d8.
So the normal one does what? 1d8?
One. I guess it would have been 1d8. So that's.
Yeah, so it did it.
There's my roll.
So yeah.
There you go.
Super private stuff. Okay. Cool. Brilliant. So then I could drag any first level spell into a second level slot, and it would be heightened then.
Yeah, or if it has like magic missile has a heightened +2, so I can only heighten it if I cast it as a third level spell, the first level spell. So I could still prepare it in a second level slot just to have an extra magic missile, I think. But it would still cast it as a first level. It would be heightened until the third level. That's where I'm confused. Because I have it as a signature spell, so it gets to be automatically in my second level, but I don't get to cast it as a heightened spell. Because I still cast it as a second level spell.
I see, because I see water breathing has heightened third and heightened fourth, so there's different stuff that happens depending what level you put it under.
I feel like now that we've had a moment to breathe, we should like brainstorm a to-do list because there's been so much stuff happening. So many like open-ended things. We should make a list of like things we want to make sure we do. In or out of character. I don't really care, but
I've sent everybody's dream sequence via Discord message. So go ahead and check those if you haven't already. And then there are 3 people that I will be sending additional messages to.
Chris, is there any way you can put the silver sword cane into the stash?
I think everybody should have access to the stash.
Let me try dragging it again.
I thought I changed it so everybody had ownership of the stash.
Oh, maybe I. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm just dumb. Try to drag it from my attack menu.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure there's another star knife in the stash.
I realize it's metal and I shouldn't be using it.
I think that's the one that I put there because it's at the shop.
Oh, right.
And I don't want to have two in my inventory.
At the shop,
Cheating.
Here, let me throw the stuff that I'm putting up for sale in the stash as well.
Cause I'm a little unsteady.
8 of those guys.
And
That guy.
and that. Okay, so 3 people also got an additional Discord message. So please check those.
That's cool. It's cool. Cause I'm a little unsteady.
I wonder who those 3 people were.
There's still a +1 rapier, so if no one wants that. Or is that what we used to do the star knife? Is it the +1 rapier?
No, I think that was a +1 short sword. But we could also just like sell this stuff for money as well.
Right.
Like we could turn them into like +1 weapons.
I want to make my second star knife +1 because I won't be doing ruin.
Sure, and also you're probably getting in striking range of adding a striking rune to your one of your +1 weapons, which is like 65 gold. So if you want to save for that as well, like I'm saving for sure for a striking rune. A sword.
Okay, and then there's one last thing I need to check.
Cause I'm a little unsteady.
Yep. Let's do that. And this.
So I guess my first question is, do we want to do anything about the Morlocks?
Which one were the Morlocks? The ones that attacked me in the butt?
Yep.
Oh, we can take care of them.
I mean,
That's like,
are they an imminent threat, or is it just something we gotta clean up as a cleanup crew?
I don't think they're a threat per se. I think they just happen to live down there.
How dare they?
So, I mean, as a druid, I'm not too concerned with them.
so
But as a player, I
there's some.
As a player, I want some XP.
But I also think like they were in the midst of like crafting weapons of war down there.
That's
Like,
right.
they were crafting like ballista or something,
Oh,
right?
that's true.
Or there's
Which we don't know why.
already there.
It's possible that's just for their war on the Midflits.
The Midflits had some kind of master plan, though.
The Midflits definitely want to take
Against
over
Atari.
Otari.
Yep.
So like I'm pretty
how
sure
good
they
that
have to
plan
go,
is,
right?
but
I'm gonna add them to the
hit
to-do list.
Yeah, I forgot about the whole
Kill
they were
list.
making like,
Midflit list.
bad weapons.
Midflit hit list.
Midflit hit list.
Kevin's indifferent about taking them out, but
What if we said they were undead?
if they were undead, they gotta go. Like, so if you can trick Kevin into thinking that they're undead against his better judgment, they're gone.
Just saying.
Just saying. But he would probably want to approach it diplomatically.
Diplomatic immunity.
What are the guys above?
Midflits.
The Midflits.
Yeah.
We can take those out because Kevin promised that guy was gonna told his fortune and said that he was going to die at the hands of betrayal.
Nice. Can we identify some of these unusual objects?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All of the dream sequence stuff has been sent out, and any relevant situations have been disseminated and resolved. And you guys can wake up the following morning. And yes, who has unidentified stuff? I can post the checks in the chat.
I don't
This
think
is
I
from the stash.
do.
Stash necklace.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I put a bunch of gems in the stash as
I
well.
ain't got shit.
I put some valuable books in the stash.
Oh, Kevin's going to throw his valuable books in the stash.
This is for an unusual object. Anybody that wants to roll?
Oh, I'll throw my hand in the ring.
All right, so Cassim and Elderberry, your rivalry continues.
Ooh.
Both successfully
Say
identified
at the
this
same time.
item.
I was not prepared.
It's a necklace of fireballs. 1.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was chewing my bacon.
I know, and I took advantage of it. Oh shit.
Wait,
All
exactly
right.
what is
Oh
it?
shit.
Did I hear fireball?
Yeah. Next is another unusual object. Oh, that's a success. Oh. Uh-oh. All right. Cassim, you got this one.
Son of a bitch!
Maybe you should stop eating and pay a little more attention because this one is a
You shut your face.
mesmerizing. Wait, no. Which one was
Yeah,
it?
mesmerizing opal. That's what it
Mesmerizing
is.
opal.
Oh, it's so mesmerizing.
Don't
No
look at
wonder
it.
you couldn't identify it. Now for this ammunition.
Uh-oh.
Kevin, quit staring over my shoulder. It's freaking me out.
Elderberry's got this one.
It's clearly a staff of tickling.
Is it really a staff of tickling?
No, these are arrows.
Oh.
Shiny sling bullets.
Bullets.
Oh, they're shiny.
Ooh.
I think that's it for the
Looks like-
unidentified stuff.
I don't know if we have like a lottery system or a rock, paper, scissors, but I'd like to throw my hat in for the necklace of fireballs.
Sure.
Kevin
no
already
problem.
has a necklace. It's an eggshell necklace.
I'll
have no
gladly
problem with that.
trade my current necklace if anybody wants it.
Oh, what is it?
It's a hold on.
Put it in the stash.
I'll put it in the
How-
stash.
How often can you use the fireball necklace?
So it's gone.
Oh, it's a one and done.
It's a 3 and done.
That's a
Kevin's
hand of a
mage.
mage. Oh.
Mage. It's a
Ew.
yeah, it's a mummified hand on a string.
Ooh.
Right around your neck.
Kevin
That's-
puts it down.
That's got Kevin all over it.
That's
Mummified elf hand.
Give
gross.
you mage hand.
You can cast Mage
For
Hand at will.
free.
That's dope.
Mage hand for free. Spent a lot of money on it.
I mean, if you're not going to use it, I'll totally
But
take
if
it.
you just want to keep it, if you want to sell it back,
Yeah, I mean,
it's your money.
I'd rather have somebody else using it
It's useful.
if they want to, and then we can just pass it around if you want to.
Rachel, do you want to have a Mage Hand necklace?
Oh, that's hysterical.
Was it, Rachel, do you remember, was it the rapier that you're transferring the rune from to your star knife?
I thought that it was a. That's not a short sword, but it may have been the rapier.
I mean, if no one else takes the necklace, I'll take the necklace.
Yeah, take it.
Because that's cool.
Yep.
Plus,
You can just
Wait,
pass it
no.
around if you don't want to use it.
Elderberry, do you want this?
I mean, I'd use it.
Do you want this elderberry here?
It's not really my style. You know, it doesn't fit my outfit.
I
Ignore
see.
that.
It does get a little bit itchy if you put it against
Ew.
the bare skin.
I don't.
Then when I do
Why would you do that?
star knife, I'll swap it for the other star knife in our.
Can't help.
Yeah, okay, I
Ignore
saw
that.
you had a potency, or potency rune in your inventory, so I just deleted that.
Okay.
I think must have already taken off of either the short sword or something else. Okay.
Maybe that's what it was. It wasn't the short sword. It was the potency rune.
Okay.
That mesmerizing opal's pretty good too. Especially
Oh,
if you
I
lie
didn't.
a
I forget to
lot.
read it.
And then Abe, I'm gonna search for that barding and put that
Hell
in
yeah.
dispatch.
I'm gonna take Kestra by the hand and insist that we run down to meet whoever that guy is.
I run. You say run, and I run so much faster than you do. My speed is 40 feet.
Oh my god.
And leave
Barnaby,
dust.
go without me. One more level and I can ride him.
I'm gonna take this
The
mesmerizing
light
opal
barding's
too.
in
Nobody
dispatch.
wants it.
Light burning.
I'm gonna take the I'll take the +1 warhammer with me to ask them to do my other star knife.
I just gotta remember that he moves slower now. Born.
I mean,
Do
fear
we-
gem's pretty sweet.
The what?
The fear gem.
What's a thing?
It's a one-time use thing, but basically you can activate it to make an intimidating strike
Oh,
once.
that is pretty sweet.
So you can you can frighten someone while you're attacking them.
Oh, with your weapon. Yeah, that's cool.
And it bypasses. So demoralize, you're only allowed to use once per creature. So this bypasses that because it frightens them without needing to demoralize them.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
It's also 20 gold. 20 gold's a lot at this level.
Guys, those shining sling bullets are pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome. You just need a sling.
Well, they're metal though. I'm assuming they're metal.
I don't like metal.
I will say also, you guys might want to consider picking up like a couple of consumables just to have on hand. If you're facing a particularly tough fight or think you might face a particularly tough fight, consumables are good.
What's
Kind of like the typical like RPG thing is, just hang on to everything and save it up for the big boss and you never use it. But I think kind of the intention is that, for Pathfinder, you guys are either finding or purchasing consumables and using them on a semi-regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
You mean we're not going to be collecting like 7,000 gold and 800 potions we never used by the end of this campaign?
so disappointing.
But I have 700 stolen cabbages in my bag, and I might need them someday.
You never know.
Chris, is there a limit to how many like elixirs of life and things like that I can get?
You're only limited by what you can carry and what you
Which
can pay
we've
for.
learned is quite limiting.
I will purchase
2 of them.
as long as I can purchase them. Can I purchase them?
Yeah, you guys can purchase freely.
Good.
Oh, and then whoever has the books, I think somebody rolled a society check and remembered that Morlabint, the bookseller, might be interested in some of the books that you picked up from the library.
Yeah.
Nice. Andy, you can have that mage hand necklace if
I
you
thought
want
Abe wanted it.
I don't know. Abe, do you want it?
No, that's okay.
Okay. Done.
Nice. It requires a investing.
Investiture.
So between the to make my second star knife +1, what do I need to pay in addition to the +1 warhammer?
So what you can do, for example, if you want to keep the warhammer, you can transfer the rune from, like, say, the rapier to your other star knife, and then the rapier will become normal, and the star knife will be +1. It'll be some sort of transfer fee.
Okay.
I can't remember what I decided I was going to charge you for warhammer. I think it was maybe just a couple of gold to transfer the rune as like a crafting fee.
Okay. Is it on either the warhammer or the rapier?
No, I do not.
Okay.
Pretty good. Sell all
Okay,
the other
we
stuff.
can just sell
Round
one
up
and then
first.
transfer the other one.
Okay. So yeah, you guys wake up the next morning, and most of you feel quite refreshed after a night's sleep.
How does Dustus look?
I don't know, how does Dustus look?
Dustus looks tired. He looks drawn.
More
He
tired and
always
drawn than
looks
usual.
sickly though.
No, he doesn't look sickly. He looks dead.
Just dead. Don't worry about it.
Dead ass. Dustus. Looks like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Mm.
Dear God.
Yeah,
So-
Is it Monday?
Dustus doesn't look any different than he usually does. It's more how
Oh.
does Dustus feel? Yes.
Awesome. I'm just starving. Let's get ready with the day. What's for breakfast today? Anyone check? I'm going downstairs.
It's bacon. I've been eating bacon this whole time.
That's too much bacon out of it.
Wait, you know bacon comes from animals, right? Is that all right with you?
Yes, we use all the parts when we make the bacon. Don't you
You're
tell
not-
me otherwise.
Are you going to finish that?
I don't think that's how bacon works.
That's exactly how the bacon works.
Justice's hands drift towards the bacon.
This
Oh.
is Brelda Venkervale. She's the innkeeper for the
Brelda.
Rowdy Rockfish.
Aw.
You'll remember that she made an announcement during the festival, seeing if anybody had any news for her son, who's been
Oh,
missing for
that's
over
right.
a
Right.
year.
He's got the
Your kid's gone.
That's so
And
sad.
she's serving bacon and eggs, and she also has some fresh tomatoes that just were picked from her vegetable garden.
Wait, what was her son's name? I have that. Wait, I have that.
I think it's Lasda Venkervale.
Yes. Son missing. Lasda.
Oh yeah, this only is relevant for the Otari scene, but we can transition to daylight.
Chris, I have a quick question.
Yep.
And I don't remember the spells that you can purchase. Like, could I purchase a second level spell and it be something on my spell list? So like
Just
spend
purchase a
like 12
scroll.
gold and then it's whatever spell in my spell list I want.
So
a scroll, is that
you're
what we're
asking
talking about?
for like a spell that you can learn, or you're asking for somebody to cast a spell for you? Because you can't like certain people will offer spell casting services, and they'll cast a spell if you pay them gold.
Well, I want to like, because in my inventory I already have like a scroll of heal.
Okay.
I was curious if I could buy like a scroll of something.
Oh,
think
yes, yeah, you can buy pretty much any
consumable.
scroll you want. I think though casting scrolls, I think you might have.
You have to have it in your.
It has to be on your spell list.
Okay, but
Yeah.
it's so as long as it's on my spell list, I can like purchase, you know,
Yeah.
like I don't know, some kind of
Right.
scroll.
So you
Okay.
could have like whatever spells you want prepared for the day, and then you could have a separate spell that's not prepared, but you know, and you could cast it off of a scroll.
All right.
There's a
I'm gonna do
poison
that.
you might want, Rachel.
It's all of the yum vial.
Yeah.
I
Damn
I got that for you. Scroll of Yum.
Yeah, scrolls are good for like if there's a spell that's very situational that you might not run into very often, but just to have it on hand in case it does pop up. That's good use of scroll.
Yeah, because I was gonna buy like a scroll of restoration and probably maybe another one that's more like it could really help when you guys keep failing your rolls. And they're
Yeah.
only like 12 gold, and I don't give a shit about gold.
Yeah, that'll be good use of a.
Excellent. Good.
Well, looks like we got some stuff to sell. And I know I would like to get this sword enchanted maybe a little bit more. I'd like to see if the blacksmith here has perhaps another rune I can add to this sword. Yeah. So I think I'd like to do a little bit of marker work today after our meeting.
Okay.
But first, breakfast. I am starving.
How the hell did I make
Belda sets out the bacon, the eggs, some fresh tomatoes, and then also a little bit of bread left over from the night before.
Do you have any meat?
Trying to smell from the bed.
I have some. I could check in the back. I should have some smoked ham still.
Perfect. I'll have that.
That pulls out a shank of the smoked ham, and she starts cutting off some slices for you.
Much obliged. I'll lay down a silver.
You guys also have your meeting.
Elderberry,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling a little bit,
Geklept.
well, no, I'm feeling a little bit poorly still. I think some of my wounds might have been a little bit deeper than we first expected last night.
Huh.
Do you mind taking a look, seeing to top me off before the day?
Well, I mean, I gave it a shot.
Yeah, I can do a little treat wounds.
I'm just a little bit injured, I think.
Injured bad. Yeah, I could do that. Here, I'm gonna do just a little guy. It
Beautiful.
really is just a little guy. Hopefully that's good enough for you.
Oh, Abe, I have a wand I can't use. Also, it's primal.
What wand is it?
Wand of Quench.
I'll take
It's
it.
worth a good bit of money too.
So Elderberry, as you're treating Dustus, it's very subtle, but you're kind of looking him over, and there's like some Dustus's skin obviously is very unusual for a human, but even despite that, there's like this strange modeling to his skin and kind of like a little discoloration in like his eyes. And you're beginning to suspect that he may be afflicted with ghoul fever.
Oh, well, that's concerning. Did you get bit by a ghoul last night?
Oh,
Or
multiple
down
rounds.
in the thing?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a little different.
You look delicious, by the way.
That's
Whoa.
not good at
Hey.
all.
Sorry, is that an
Wow. Okay.
I mean, obviously, I look delicious. Let's not,
You shouldn't joke about those kind of things, especially not with here.
No, I was just kidding.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I feel like I healed that for someone. I don't remember how I did that. Treat poison?
So this would fall under the treat disease action.
Is that something?
Yeah. So you helped Kestra. She got bit by one of the flies.
Yeah, that
like
fly
pox.
disease.
Flypox.
So the
Flypox.
rules for treat disease is you have to spend at least 8 hours caring for the creature, and you will roll a medicine check against the DC of the disease. And if you succeed, you will give the person a bonus on their next check.
I mean, I could start giving you some administer some actions here, but it's definitely gonna take a while.
Yeah, and it doesn't. It's not an auto cure. It just helps with the next saving throw.
But I mean, I'd be willing to give it a shot. I really don't want you visiting the mayor or king or I wasn't paying attention. It's whoever's in charge of this place. It's probably your king. If you've been afflicted with it's just not a good idea. Do really want to kill those undead though. Can I? Should probably hurry along. But I mean, I guess I can try to help you.
It's no bother, really. I feel all right. I'm just very.
You look awful. Like worse than normal.
That's okay.
Offensive? No, it's true. It's just true.
I was just saying. I trust you. It's just, I, all right.
Well, chug that coffee, and let's go to our meeting.
I don't think that's a good idea. I really think we should.
Get a little pep in your step.
You know what? Here's our list of demands. I'm
Wait.
I'm
Wait,
gonna help
We have a
him.
list of demands.
Well, shopping items and whatnot.
That's called a to-do list, Elderberry.
Yeah, I demand you.
Have you been
to do
handed?
my
Have
to-do
you been
list.
handing people lists of demands?
I have been.
Elderberry, are you drunk?
It explains so much. People look at me really weird.
You see a little
There's
gnome
just a
there
little bit of
handing over a
extra
list.
sass
These
here.
are my demands.
Extra sass today. That's all.
Well, I don't know if we have time to go talk to this king guy.
The mayor.
We
We
really
definitely
should
have
go to the
time to
White
go
House.
talk to the mayor. We can get you. We got your armor, right? Bartley has his armor.
I
I'm
mean,
fine.
we could divide and conquer. We could send a representative for the group.
I think we should all be there.
Yeah, I mean, we all did our part.
And Elderberry, I trust your discretion. Maybe you could keep an eye on my bearing and behavior, and if I step out of line in a way that you seem untoward toward this king, then perhaps you can be in charge of saying a safe word or something. I can.
I think it's
In
a
other
mayor,
words,
though, but that's okay.
Ixnay on the Ite Bay.
The what?
The safe word is mayor.
Mayor?
What? You don't think that would be confusing when
Mayor?
we're talking to the mayor?
Mayor like a female horse?
Oh, a mayor.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Like a
But that
Yeah.
sounds
mayor.
very close to mayor.
Oh.
I feel like that's going to be very confusing when we're
Hazard,
talking
I
to the
think
actual
you're
mayor.
overthinking this wildly.
I think
Well,
you were
Humans tend to do
underthinking
that.
it wildly.
We'll just say unicorn. It's like a mare, but with a horde.
All right.
Listen, if
It's like a
he
mayor with a
starts-
horn or a mayor with a horn?
if he
A
starts,
mare or her horde.
no, he bites the mayor. We,
Oh.
I'm not going to bite any.
And then
I've
we
been bitten the same
list of
person in my life.
demands.
but no, but I'm saying he bites the mayor, and then we save the mayor, and then
Wait.
we get a reward.
Can we
Except
just
that would
go
be dead.
talk
Is
to
the
the
hunger
mayor?
for
Just
horses
listen?
part of the disease? I'm unfamiliar with this ghoul fever.
That's not good. Kester got it. I had to take forever healing her, and
Starting
now
to
here
think-
we are
starting to
again.
think.
I got bit by
Starting
a
to think maybe
fly.
I should just go to the meeting.
I start walking towards the town hall.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Oh, he's gonna go eat him.
This will be interesting.
Muttering to myself.
Kester is
Bunch of
shouting at
nincompoops.
onlookers as we walk through town. Don't get too close. He bites. Watch out. Watch out, he bites.
The townsfolk in the square kind of like give you both odd looks and are slowly backing away.
I will be. I will be like behind Kestra, going. He doesn't really bite. She's just joking. Everything's fine.
I'm right behind him. He's gonna bite you so hard.
When Kevin's behind him with his knife, just like holding it just in case. Better
Staring
not- better-
daggers at Justice.
Better not bite. Try me.
What a crew.
All these 6 days of friendship will go out the window.
You see like a merchant, kind of like absentmindedly walking into the square, and like as he looks up from like his little ledger, he sees the 5 of you and what's going on, and he immediately